It looks like we're going from bad to worse with Hurricane Ivan. When you look at the scale, from not very impactful to very impactful, it looks like now with the storm slowing down, the course that it's taking, it's going to be very impactful. We've got the latest updates. First off, people and places are affected. We'll have the impacts on cruising as well. We also have fresh new pictures of the Carnival celebration and the Carnival Luminosa that we will share with you on today's show. And as we are in late September, cruise protocols continue to change, and they continue to change for the better. Let's talk about cruising and cruise news right now on Island Time. A big happy Tuesday to all you Islanders. I hope wherever you're at today, wherever you're hunkering down later this week, I hope that you're safe. I thank you for stopping by the show today. My name is Derek. Let's all take a break from reality. Let's take a break from this news, drop our anchors, and relax in the islands together. The first thing I have to say is that our hearts are out. They're breaking right now for all those places who have been impacted in the Caribbean, the Bahamas. The storm, of course, is taking a turn. It has its sights set on Florida. The course continues to change some. The storm has slowed down, which means that it can more rapidly intensify. It's not looking good. It's not. We're praying for all of you who have already been hit and who are in the path. There are so many of you right now who are preparing your homes. You're gathering your belongings. You're boarding up your windows. You're trying to raise all your furniture off the ground. We know it. We know it's work. We know there's stress, anxiety. We are with you. We are praying for you. And we know that this hurricane impacts your life. It impacts other people's vacations. It impacts your life, your property, and we are praying for you. Islanders, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. We have so many Floridians who watch our show and who will see those comments. Let's talk about the hurricane and how it impacts cruising. It is already impacting cruising. There's uncertainty. I'll just be honest with you. There's uncertainty what cruising will look like in Florida, from Florida at the end of the week, over next weekend. There's a ton of uncertainty. There's already many ships who have changed their itineraries. I will not share the changes. I'll share the ships with you: the NCL Sky, MSC Seashore, MSC Divina, Carnival Ecstasy, Carnival Glory, Disney Wish. There will be a lot of other cruise ships added to that list that the hurricane is affecting their itinerary. But really what people are starting to talk about now is what does cruising look like at the end of the week with this hurricane? Can ships, first off, make it back to Florida? Are ports going to be open where ships can dock, can let passengers off? We've seen in previous years where passengers have had to stay on board for multiple days, sometimes repositioning to another port so that passengers can get off. We don't know what that looks like. Is there flooding in some of these ports? You have to have workers, right? We saw this in New Orleans last year. You have to have workers that can man the stations, that can open the terminal up, that can receive the guests, that can take luggage off. Will there be workers be able to get to the ports to work? We don't know, but we're going to stay in tune with this. Of course, we'll share the latest updates with you, but I'm going to try to provide some positivity. If you know me, you know that's what I do. For the rest of the show today, I want to show you this, the Carnival celebration. Boy, she is a beauty. Of all the ships that we have booked this last almost month with Island Time Travel, the Carnival celebration is by far the most popular. We have booked more cruises on her than any other ship in the industry, not just Carnival. The industry. Look at these pictures right here. I'm going to make them full screen and get my ugly face off of it. Look at these beautiful pictures from Jan Pateri. You can see the beautiful Havana area. If you look close and you know where Havana's up at, you can see to the right there of the atrium. That 3-story atrium is so beautiful. She really, really is a pretty ship. You can see the aerial photos from above. She's getting ready to cruise. Remember, her sea trials are done. She's going to cruise November the 6th. The big news today is that her maiden voyage, that's a one-way, of course, the transatlantic, she's coming this way, going to be in Florida, there's big news. Look at this letter here from Carnival Cruise Line as they shared updated protocols, which we've seen this week. It's been a big week for protocols. I know so many of us are out of the game of protocols because we think everything's almost back to normal, but the news from Canada yesterday that we reported on, we've got news from Carnival here. Look at this. Guests that are on the Pride, October 1st, 11th, and 21st sailings, and then the Carnival Celebration Transatlantic, November the 6th. Carnival says this: as countries have continued to relax their testing requirements, we want to provide you an update. Vaccinated guests, a pre-cruise test is not required. That's a 14-day trip. That's big news. We have clients going on that trip, no test required. If you're vaccinated, unvaccinated guests will have to test there on those sailings. But Carnival Cruise Line is not the only cruise line to announce new protocols. Disney Cruise Line made a big announcement today. People have been waiting for this. They are dropping their vaccine requirement. In short, Disney Cruise Line has removed its mandatory COVID-19 vaccination requirement from their list. If you are vaccinated, you're not going to have to test. If you're over the age of 5, you are going to have to test if you're unvaccinated. If you're cruising Disney, look at those protocols. Most of the ships fall under that October the 14th date. There's one ship, I think the Wish, that is not going to start until after that time. But again, big news, Canada, this news from Carnival, and then Disney. We continue to move in the right direction. Speaking of right direction, there's a direction that the Carnival Luminosa is going. She's done. She is beautiful. She's been in dry dock, we all know, belonging to that Costa brand. Now she's beautiful Carnival ship. There's no denying that, right? You can obviously tell by the picture here, she is a Carnival ship. She looks good. She's got the new red, white, and blue livery. That's what Carnival ships are really becoming known for. There's only a handful now, less than a couple of handfuls, that still have the old white livery. Most of them have that updated livery. But you may notice too, the funnel. Look at the throwback funnel. We knew that that's what she was going to receive. There it is. We've seen pictures of the funnel. We haven't seen the complete job, and now we see it complete. She looks beautiful. Let me ask you this. What do you think of the new paint job? Are you a fan of that red, white, and blue? I like it personally. I do. But there are some people who would rather just have the white that has been traditional with Carnival for so long. And what about that whale tail now? The Luminosa joins the Carnival Freedom because of the Freedom's accident several months ago, and having this old school retro themed funnel. Some people surprisingly like this funnel. They like the simplicity of it. It's a little bit more classy, they say, instead of that traditional whale tail that most Carnival ships have. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. We would love to see those thoughts. And let me ask you this, as we've talked about so many cruise ships today, are you booked on the Carnival Luminosa? Are you booked on the Carnival Celebration? If you're looking to book, reach out to us. Our email address is travel@bookislandtime.com. It's in the description of this video. It's also right there. We can help you beginning to end from getting your price, which most of the time is the same that you're going to see online. But the service that you get from beginning to end is unparalleled. It's unmatched. You're not going to call a 1-800 number and enter the extension to get it. You're not going to call anybody else. We're going to help you plan your entire trip from beginning to end and make sure you have a trip of a lifetime. Let us know. We will book your cruises. Of course, we took over several cruises yesterday, and we're starting to manage those cruises. Let me read out these names. Matt, Daniel, Dana Lee, Kimberly, Lori, Will, Frankie, Jody. We've enjoyed working with you. Some of you booked cruises. Some of you made payments. Some of you moved your cruises. That was just yesterday, and this morning was still a lot to do. Islanders, we hope you have a great day. We hope you stay safe, stay informed with what's going on. We're going to try to provide a segment every day this week with an update on Hurricane Ian and how it impacts cruising. We can't wait to see you in the comment section below. We're going to see you over on our Facebook page, which has almost 3,000 members. And of course, we'll see you tomorrow right here on Island Time.